You won't believe this. Liv Morgan just released videos showing Rachel's secret attacker. Unbelievable. In a jaw-dropping turn of events, WWE superstar Liv Morgan has done something that no one saw coming. Fans around the world are still reeling from the explosive revelation she made in a series of shocking videos that she just released online. The videos unveil something so unexpected, it's hard to believe: a secret attacker who has been haunting Rachel, the rising star of WWE, and causing chaos backstage. This is a story that will leave you speechless. Rachel had been one of the most promising talents in WWE, rising through the ranks with sheer determination and heart. Her high-flying style, paired with her unparalleled athleticism, quickly won her fans and earned her a spot in the upper echelons of the women's division. But lately, things had taken a darker turn for Rachel. Mysterious injuries, sudden absences, and unexplained setbacks had been plaguing her career. No one could figure out what was going on, and the whispers backstage were growing louder. Despite her best efforts to keep it all under wraps, Rachel began to look more and more disheveled in her matches. The once unstoppable force was now stumbling in the ring, her performance deteriorating, and it was clear something wasn't right. Speculation began to swirl, but no one could have predicted what would happen next. Enter Liv Morgan, a WWE superstar with a reputation for being both relentless and protective of her fellow wrestlers. For weeks, Liv had been following Rachel's struggles closely. She could sense that something sinister was happening, and it didn't sit well with her. Liv wasn't one to stand idly by when something wasn't right, especially when it came to the integrity of her colleagues. Liv reached out to Rachel, offering support and even some training to help get Rachel back on track. But as much as Liv tried, she couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to Rachel's sudden downfall than met the eye. That's when Liv started to dig deeper. She began asking questions and keeping a closer watch on Rachel's interactions backstage. What she uncovered would stun the WWE universe. In a dramatic and unexpected move, Liv Morgan took to social media and released a series of videos that would change the course of Rachel's career forever. The videos were shocking. Grainy security footage, sound bites, and footage from various backstage cameras all came together to expose a chilling truth. As the video began, viewers saw Rachel leaving her locker room after a match, looking exhausted but determined. She made her way down the hallway, unaware of the figure that followed her from behind. The camera zoomed in on the attacker. Cloaked in shadows and wearing a mask, the person moved with stealth, and their intentions were clear. A quick, brutal assault took place right before Rachel could even react. The attacker knocked her out cold and left her lying on the cold floor. But here's where it got even more unbelievable. The footage revealed the identity of the attacker, none other than a WWE superstar who had been part of the women's division for years. Liv had been the one to piece together the clues and identify the perpetrator, but even she couldn't believe what she had uncovered. The identity of the secret attacker sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. It was none other than Blanca, the former champion and once fan favorite who had mysteriously disappeared from the scene a year ago. Blanca had always been a crowd favorite, known for her strength and charisma, but in recent months, she had been acting strangely. She had distanced herself from the main roster, citing personal issues and injury. But now, the truth was clear: Blanca had been behind the attacks all along. Liv Morgan's videos revealed the disturbing reality of Blanca's actions. It seemed that Blanca had been jealous of Rachel's rapid rise in the company, and over time, resentment had festered into something much darker. She had been sabotaging Rachel's career, causing the injuries and setbacks that had been holding Rachel back. The footage showed Blanca hiding in the shadows, watching Rachel from a distance before striking when no one was around. But why? Why had Blanca turned so ruthless, so vengeful? The answer, as it turned out, was simple: jealousy. Blanca had seen Rachel as a threat to her legacy in WWE, and when the younger talent began to outshine her, it seemed that Blanca couldn't handle it. In an attempt to hold on to her former glory, she resorted to underhanded tactics, hoping to eliminate Rachel before she could rise to the top. Liv Morgan, after uncovering the truth, wasn't going to let this slide. She had always been a fighter, and she wasn't going to stand by while her colleague was attacked in such a way. In a heartfelt message to her fans, Liv vowed to bring Blanca to justice and make sure that no one else would have to suffer the same fate. The videos quickly went viral, and the WWE universe was left in shock. Fans flooded social media with their reactions, expressing disbelief, anger, and a strong desire for retribution. The once adoring fans of Blanca quickly turned on her, calling for her suspension or even expulsion from the WWE. The footage and Liv Morgan's courage sparked an outpouring of support for Rachel. Fans rallied behind the young star, and Rachel, though shaken, was determined to return to the ring stronger than ever. She thanked Liv for her unwavering support and vowed to fight back, not just for herself, but for every wrestler who had ever been bullied or mistreated behind the scenes. The Showdown. Rachel vs. Blanca. The WWE brass, shaken by the shocking revelation, announced that Blanca would be facing Rachel in a high-stakes match at the upcoming pay-per-view event. The stakes couldn't be higher. This match wouldn't just be about titles or rankings, it would be about revenge, redemption, and the truth finally coming to light. Rachel, now fully aware of the threat that Blanca posed, was more determined than ever to prove that she would not be silenced or broken. Blanca, on the other hand, had a point to prove, that she could still be the force she once was, and she would stop at nothing to maintain her position in WWE. The build-up to the match was electric. Fans were on the edge of their seats, eager to see what would happen next. Would Rachel exact her revenge on Blanca, or would Blanca manage to pull off a devastating victory? The aftermath. The night of the match finally arrived, and the world watched as Rachel and Blanca faced off in a brutal, high-octane encounter. Both women fought with everything they had, leaving it all on the line in front of a roaring crowd. The match was an emotional rollercoaster, with each competitor showing their raw intensity and determination. In the end, it was Rachel who came out on top, pinning Blanca for the victory. The crowd erupted in applause as Rachel stood tall, finally overcoming the sinister forces that had held her back. Blanca, defeated and humiliated, was escorted out of the arena, her career in jeopardy. Liv Morgan, watching from the sidelines, had played a pivotal role in exposing the truth and ensuring justice was served. She joined Rachel in the ring, the two women celebrating the victory and the closure that had come from months of turmoil. As for Blanca, her future in WWE was uncertain. The once promising star now faced a long road to redemption, and whether she would ever reclaim her former glory remained to be seen. The suspicion and Liv Morgan's involvement, unraveling the mystery. In the world of WWE, nothing is ever as it seems. The lines between reality and fiction are constantly blurred, and the truth is often hidden behind a veil of secrecy and deception. Nowhere is this more evident than in the recent controversy surrounding Liv Morgan and her alleged involvement in a shocking attack on a fellow superstar. As the news of the attack broke, the WWE universe was left reeling in shock and outrage. Fans and fellow superstars alike were quick to condemn the actions of the perpetrator, and speculation began to run rampant about the identity of the attacker. It wasn't long before the finger of suspicion began to point squarely at Liv Morgan, and the WWE universe was left wondering, was Liv Morgan involved in the attack? At first, Morgan's involvement seemed unlikely. She had always been known as a fan favorite, a talented and dedicated superstar who had earned the respect and admiration of her peers. But as the investigation into the attack continued, it began to emerge that Morgan had been acting strangely in the days leading up to the incident. She had been seen arguing with the victim on multiple occasions, and witnesses reported that she had been overheard making threatening comments about the victim. As the evidence against Morgan continued to mount, the WWE universe was left stunned and divided. Some fans were quick to defend Morgan, insisting that she was innocent and that the accusations against her were nothing more than a vicious smear campaign. Others, however, were not so sure. They pointed to Morgan's history of controversy and her willingness to push the boundaries of what was acceptable in the ring. One of the most vocal critics of Morgan was none other than Ronda Rousey, the former UFC champion and current WWE superstar. Rousey had a long history of clashing with Morgan, both in and out of the ring, and she was quick to seize on the opportunity to attack her rival. Liv Morgan is a menace, Rousey tweeted. She's always been a loose cannon, and now she's finally gone too far.